So ladies and gentlemen, we'll now move into fight number 5, which is brought to you by Evolution Screen Printing and Design. Introducing first, out of the red corner, Bonnie Blanca Gillespie.
Well, here we have Bonnie Gillespie. I tell you what, not short on energy and looking about as good on the scales as you could yesterday. This young lady is built. And as she makes the walk to the cage here tonight, she is coming off her first career defeat, 2-1 overall. So excited to see what kind of rebound performance we can have out of Blanca. And of course, training with the team at Crippler MMA. So Bonnie making the walk, her promotional debut, gents, and this is going to be an interesting one. Two girls that are very physical, very strong, and don't mind getting involved in a scrap.
And this isn't the first time she's been on the big stage. Bonnie is actually one of the first women to fight in Australian MMA that was actually a part of the Lingerie Football League.
Yep, you're not wrong. She's an athlete in every sense of the word. And look, glad she made the transition to mixed martial arts, and excited to see what she's got in store for us here tonight. As she's in the prep point there, Peter Hickmont applying the Vaseline.
Well, I think this is going to be really entertaining. You know, we've got a throwback to the old Street Fighter days in her name, Blanca, and she's rocking the red hair, just like our man Blanca from Street Fighter.
And one thing I'd like to note, the red eyebrows too. That's committing to the gimmick. So, shouts there to Blanca. There we go. Well, an entertainer.
Definitely playing it up to the crowd.
And introducing her opponent, out of the blue corner, Jamie Edenden.
I'm definitely going to say that I don't know if this fight gets out of the first round. Both these girls are physical, explosive, front foot fighters. Both absolute beasts in their own right. Interesting though that Jamie missed weight. She did proceed to get back in and try and lose as much weight as she can, but due to the fact that she was slightly over, she will lose a point in the first round.
Yes, so some trouble on the scale yesterday for Jamie Edenden. Coming into this fight 1-1 in her amateur MMA career. A 14-fight Muay Thai veteran though, so certainly no stranger to combat sports. We did see her last compete on Coastal Combat 8, dropped a split decision there to Paula Sanchez, so could very easily be 2-0 if one judge saw one round differently. And of course her debut performance on Coastal Combat 7, a fantastic fight with Ina Lanu, actually won Fight of the Night honours back in February of 2020. So both these girls looking to get things going and get things going quickly, I would assume. I don't like your chances of much of a feeling out process here, gentlemen.
Like I said, I'll be super impressed if it gets out of the first round. I think with the amount of energy that these fighters are showing, I don't see one of them taking a back foot for the first 3 minutes at least, that's for sure.
Bonnie Gillespie's looking at home in the cage there. Just enjoying this moment on her debut. Definitely looks like she belongs in there.
So ladies and gentlemen, fight number 5 is brought to you by Evolution Screen Printing and Design. It will be contested in the featherweight division over 3 3-minute rounds. And introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, she weighed in at 65.2 kilos and trains out of Crippler MMA, holding an amateur record of 2 wins for 1 defeat. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Bonnie Blanca Gillespie.
Showing off some beautiful
And
capoeira.
her opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, She weighed in at 66.8 kilos and trains out of Ignite Martial Arts, holding an amateur record of 1 win for 1 defeat. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jamie Edenden. Due to Jamie Edenden missing weight yesterday, there will be a 1-point deduction taken at the start of the first round. When the action begins, your referee in charge, Thomas Churchill.
So Thomas Churchill taking us through the formalities there as a result of the difficulty with the scale for Jamie Edenden. And I tell you what, gents, that was a very intense introduction. I kind of wanted to get out of there as quickly as I could. So Bonnie Gillespie, just all energy here to start things off. Jamie Edenden, look, it's an interesting sort of mental position that someone acting like that puts you in, as far as, you know, if you're squaring off against them. But look, Jamie Edenden, like we mentioned in the walkout, very experienced when it comes to combat sports. 14-fight Muay Thai veteran. This is her 3rd fight now inside the MMA cage, so I'm sure she won't be phased by the high-energy walkout of Bonnie Gillespie.
Very, very awkward style, but nice little spinning attack.
And a real contrast of striking styles here too, gents. We have the traditional Muay Thai of Jamie Edenden and the very unorthodox, almost capoeira-esque stance and kicking style of Bonnie Gillespie.
The very low style could actually cause us some problems once Jamie starts to work out that distancing, throws those up kicks, throws knees, might catch her as she comes in.
So one thing that combat sports has always been synonymous is the showmanship, and Coastal Combat 9, certainly no exception to that moniker.
With anything, she definitely brings energy and entertainment to this fight.
So the jab starting to find a home. Big right hand there from Jamie Edenden.
Yeah, I think Jamie's doing a great job of, well, as soon as I say it, keeping her at distance. Bonnie closes the distance, puts her up against the cage.
The commentator's curse, we call that one, Bradford. In on a body lock, it looks like, and potentially looking to reap this leg out. Almost gets Jamie Edenden down, but great strength and balance from Jamie. Not as successful on the second attempt. I tell you what, Bonnie has vicious ground and pound. If she does manage to hold this position. So here we go, guillotine attempt. Looks like she's trying to go arm in, maybe.
But she could be able to use this to get up if she can fight those hands under her neck. I think she's done a very good job of putting 2 on 1, and then she can use that to actually stand up.
So unthreads the leg. Here's Jamie Edenden's chance to get back to the feet if she wants it.
Not entirely sure. Is she going for a Peruvian?
I think so. Wouldn't that be something? Nice work controlling the 2 on 1 there again, Anton, like you mentioned. Nice knee to the body there. Perfectly legal in this position. Looking now for a hip toss.
If she can drive her hips through, she can actually go for like a sort of a suplex.
Well, entertaining first round there from the ladies. And some big ground and pound there, punctuating a nice round from Bonnie Gillespie. Jamie Edenden, her corner team of Claire Fryer and Ryan Dunson. What do you think the message is there, boys?
I'm kind of, yeah, I'm stunned. I've got to admit, I think Bonnie did a great job, but towards the end, pinning Jamie up against that cage and throwing some mean ground and pound while she was there. I think the first half of the fight, Jamie did an excellent job of maintaining that distance, circling her and picking her off. So,
Yeah, just touching on that ground and pound comment there, Anton. The 2 victories in Blanca's career coming by way of TKO over Ina Lanu and Shanique Grayling, both coming by way of ground and pound stoppage. So she is well known for being heavy on top and doing damage from top positions. So I would be thinking that perhaps she may be looking for more of the same here.
And she's very physical, so you know you're in trouble if she gets a hold of her.
So, of course, Bonnie training out of Crippler MMA in Sydney. So she's made the trip up north as we see Jamie Edenden, big right hand lands. And a front flip from Bonnie Gillespie.
This is great.
This is incredible.
Gets the kick caught, forward rolls out of it.
Gentlemen, we are in for a treat here tonight.
This is great. Like, this is entertaining.
This is straight out of Street Fighter. This is like legitimately out of Street Fighter.
A bit of a throwback to Pride Fighting Championship almost.
Just trying to think of who the character for Jamie would be.
Yeah, well, Blanca's certainly living up to the moniker. And let's see what Jamie Edenden's thinking here. Back to the feet goes Bonnie Gillespie, and perhaps that gas tank starting to fail here a bit. Really feeling the tide change here. Jamie Edenden walking Blanca down.
Oh, she is fatigued, isn't she?
Oh, big right hand, and oh! And there we have it. Jamie Edenden, your winner by TKO in the second round. Wow. Incredible stuff there. What a fantastic fight. Bonnie Gillespie looked the goods in round one. Weathered some adversity there, did Jamie Edenden, but got the finish as we see the replay here, gents. That big right hand lands against the fence. And that was the one that sent her tumbling across the cage. And
then we got another forward roll out of the leg catch.
Wow.
Jamie's super happy, as she should be. Yeah, did an excellent job.
As we were saying earlier, like how good is women's MMA in Australia? This has been super entertaining.
It was interesting to see, but as soon as she got up from that ground, it looked like a gas tank just shot.
Yeah.
You know, it just took a couple of big, deep breaths and a little bit of pressure from Jamie, and I think it just she couldn't keep up.
Yeah, to her credit, Jamie saw that and just pounced.
So, ladies and gentlemen, our referee has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute and 10 seconds of round number 2, declaring your winner by TKO in the blue corner, Jamie Edenden.
It's going to be.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with our winner, Jamie Edenden, and what a fantastic fight. Bonnie came out absolute all guns blazing in that opening round. You weathered a fair bit of adversity at the end of that first round. She had you in some precarious positions against the fence there, and there was also that guillotine attempt. Was that particularly close?
Look, man, Bonnie Gillespie is the most fucking muscular, strong, amazing woman I've ever fucking seen, so... That guillotine that she had was really fucking tight, but I don't know whether you guys saw Erin Carter in here before. She chokes the fuck out of me, and that's all I need, so...
Well, giving a shout to your training partner, nice to see. And look, we'll get to the fun stuff now. Obviously, the finish coming there in the second round. Big right hand that led to it, sent her cartwheeling across the cage, it seemed. And then the finishing sequence against the fence really felt like the tide turned quite quickly, and the gas tank sort of left her.
Look, I've been working my ass off, literally working my ass off for this fight. Like, I have left literally no stone unturned. So I was literally ready for anything. And that comes down to my coaches, Ryan, Claire, and all my teammates at Ignite. They really pushed me, so I fucking love you guys.
Well, I think that's all we'll need to say. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your winner, TKO, Jamie Edenden.